Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching The Weekly Steel Chair.
It's my life and the box in front of me. Take it off in my arms, it's the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me laid face down. I want Spider-Man!
Say his name and he appears. I believe in
Reece Russell.
Yes, you damn well do. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Freedom Fighters across. Oh, I'm just kidding. This is not Freedom Fighter place, but this is the Weekly Steel Chair, where concussions are issued by language. We are here to have some fun and avoid Monday Night Raw. So, how is everybody? Who is the defending champion? That is Maria. Who is the Predictions World Champion? Ooh, that's a question. Who was unsuccessful in reaching 100% predictions? How many people did get 100%? But I suppose the real question is, when you've got all across the board, when we're in jeopardy, no worries, Chester. The reality being is I did not come last, but I was joint last, because again, I blame the French. James, you got 100%. But I suppose as everyone comes in and the stream kicks off, we'll make it very clear that this is your countdown. But everyone in the chat, hello. Bonjour. Can I have a vowel, please, Carol? Can I have just one word down? We certainly have got one ahead to discuss. We don't really need to be here a long time. We may as well ask the most obvious question. Show of hands in the chat. Be honest. You're not going to get attacked for your honesty, but be honest. Who liked Clash? Interesting. Okay. So we've got 3 in favor, 1 against so far. Is she really a surprise, though? I eventually watched it, James. And I should have turned off after the first 5 minutes. I'm going to say this now. I respect everybody's opinion in the chat, which is phenomenal itself. But this genuine attempt at a house show could have been a lot better. I'm going to be deadly serious. Like, there's so much wrong with this show that is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, people were expecting Austin Theory, not Becky. But then again, though, you can also blame Becky Lynch as well for that recent tweet she put up. That maybe she did kind of spoil it in a way. That it was inevitable. Maybe she was going to be there. Part of the whole thing. Never know. Something needs to be asked on her. But we will get to Becky Lynch tonight, because if you really want to be honest, it was the worst match on the show. It was genuinely the worst match on the show. She certainly does. Although I do have a question. In her match, who is she trying to kick with the springboard? Because last time I checked, John Cena wasn't in this match. She did. It was horrible. It was so horrible. And it was, honestly, when I saw it, I legit burst out laughing. I also blame Becky Lynch for that spot, by the way. You know that was a pre-planned spot. And she refused to get in the position. For anyone who's a Becky Lynch fan, here's a little bit of truth. She sandbagged Nikki Bella. Yes, Nikki Bella also should be anticipating her position a lot better. But Becky Lynch purposely fucked that up. It's embarrassing. But we'll come to that. We'll come to that. What's up, Fernando? I'll tell you what is better than Clash. I'll tell you what was better than Clash. Last night's episode of the debut of the SWA promotion. A much better wrestling promotion because it's controlled by us. It shouldn't have been planned to begin with. That's still no excuse. No, like, obviously Nikki Bella has that part of her offense. It is planned in the sense of that's her move. Like, she's been doing it for years. So like that'll be planned in. They'll have to find a spot for it. But they really got it badly wrong. Absolutely. Can we get an SWA chant in the chat? Let's get an SWA chant going. For the record, we have new characters as well. I created another 6 characters for our roster. So we're building our own roster. We might need to do a full stream where we're just creating characters. No, not USWA, just SWA. The USWA was fun as well. That was dope back in the day. SWA chance. And of course, Catherine, like she always does, ruins everything. I'm only kidding, Catherine. Hey, you're all right, Fernando. You're all right. I will say this though: if I don't know if I have to I'm actually glad that my driving test is tomorrow because at least then I can see. At least that'll be as less punishment as it is watching WWE. I haven't watched Monday Night Raw, so don't expect me to do a review on it, folks. I mean, if you want me to review it, I can do it like this: genuine crap, unwatchable nonsense. Probably summed up in one go, and it's been on for what, an hour and a quarter? Started at 7, didn't it? Do we have a new champ? That's a great question. What do you think? It's been trash, no surprise. Great question. No, and she shouldn't. If she has any sense, she won't come back. And anyone who wants her to come back needs to get a grip. You think you have ties? Yep. They're a rubber match, by the way. And if you put her in the ring with Becky Lynch, she'll break it. But Roy Sheen thinks Maria retained. You want to see the answer? If she comes back, she's a genuine idiot. But my fandom of AJ Lee will die if she returns to this organization. I'm not even kidding. I will no longer be a fan of hers if she returns. I think the more important question is who came last? Myself and Fernando came joint last. We got 4 out of 6. Everyone else got 5 and above. Because somehow my Logan Paul prediction, that wasn't it. I don't know why that's shown as Logan Paul. I thought I changed it to Cena. But then I went back. Oh, hold on. Oh, Josiah also got it wrong. Hold on. I forgot to change that. There we go. I knew there was somebody missing. There we go. So myself, Josiah, and Fernando joint last. Zodiac, yep, you had Sheamus and You had Sheamus and Bronson Reed. Yes, we did. I'm not sure this is a move that makes sense for us. Like, I like chair meaty, but I'm really confused about this one. You know, like I'm really confused. Like we've just signed Miovski for about 5 million. Now we're spending 8 million on another striker. I think Dexter's is left. So it might be because of that. I think it's just crazy. Plus 8 million on a young player. CM Punk took the pin. Roll Merlin. Fun times. I'm just finishing my cup of tea. To be fair, we don't really pick who takes the pin in the Fatal 4-Way, but that was fun. But it was CM Punk that took the pin. Roy Sheamus, I make the decisions. I move at my own pace. If you don't like it, sleep. Or watch Liger matches. But who did win? Let's find out. Let's have a look. So, in joint third place, that's what happens when you've got Man United on your door, Glenn. So, in joint third place is me, Josiah, and Fernando. In second place, joint, it's Nathan, Roy Sheen, and Temple. And then leading the pack, the champion, Chester, James, Billy Naboz, and Bleach. So what does that mean for the Predictions Championship? Well, it means one thing. Oh wait, no, Catherine, you were joint second place. My apologies. You were tied second. I do as well, but only on Sundays. I'm kidding. I believe in myself most days, but tomorrow I really need to believe in myself. Otherwise, it'll go badly wrong. I might need you guys just to give me some support next year. Jake O'Brien will be good for you. So, you want a champion? Here's your hero. Look at that handsome devil. That's such a handsome championship. Thanks, Maria. Appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. 9:07 in the morning, Glenn. For back-to-back straight pay-per-views, Maria has had a 100% prediction accuracy rate. The champion is on a roll. She's on a jelly roll. But that is the name of the game. The aim of the game is to win. But remember, because yep, 907. That's just what it is. Now, remember, like James, who got screwed the same way, like Zodiac, who lost and got screwed in the same way, Maria now has one option. Exactly, Zodiac. The no more tie clause. Maria's next event is a hard one. Maria will have to defend. Wait a minute, let me just check one thing. It's going to be much more difficult. Oh, she's okay. I was checking when Victory Road was, but that's after this. So, Maria has to defend her championship September 20th. All Out plus WrestlePalooza. Now, in order to win the championship, you must outscore Maria in a total number. Like what happened to Fernando, to steal the title from Fernando, which is not what happened. You've got to get a combined higher amount than the champion. So Maria has one show where it can go horribly wrong for her, but another could put it right back in control. But Maria must now beat all of us. She cannot draw. If it's a draw, and if it's one person, that person is the new champion. If it's two people, we will allow the chat to determine our new champion. If it is more than two people, the title will become vacant. Because between one or two people, it's easy. Between, say, 3, 4, or 5, it's not simple. So, depending on who participates, what happens at WrestlePalooza and All Out, if we have multiple people, the title will be vacant until TNA Victory Road, which is September 26th. Also, there is another event that will also be part of the Predictions Championship. New Japan's King of Pro Wrestling will be part of this. Let the wheel decide there's more than two. Could do. Could do. But then I don't get the Deadly Game tournament fun. But yes, so just to prove it, it was not a means to an end, but it was a tricky competition. It's on screen. Question is, can you beat the world champion? Can you become the new predictions champion? Can you dethrone Maria? Or, simply put, will you know your damn role and shut your mouths? That is for this man to decide. Obviously, the most important thing in life is to not suffer. So, it really is time. We're gonna have to do this part. When we get to Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella, we've got to do this. And then every time John Cena steals moves, we've got to do this. And then when I want to have a moment of silence, I just do this. And then when Catherine gets horny in the chat, we all do this. And then when Maria says her title reign is not coming to an end, but does everyone want to keep going? We do this. And then when we need to ask for some booking creativity, we do this. And then when we want to look at somebody who actually knows how to hold a title that's a woman, we just do this. And finally, when you want to stand there and take in the elements of your glory, you stand there as the crowd just look at you. We just do this. Except the bald referee is not staring below. But then, when you know all things must come to an end, peace, harmony, the four horsemen, we don't get that, but we do get this. And then, amongst the good, amongst the bad, I solemnly declare I'm up to no good.
Oh god.
And then there was one. The real four horsemen, exactly. But that's how you. So here's the funny thing: see all the content creators out there that claim they're the best, that claim they do everything better than anybody. They've got the best engagement with their audience. Find me a content creator that interacts with a live chat better than me, or as consistent as me. Not to point daggers and claim I'm better than everybody, because this channel is not. This channel is peaceful. This channel has its moments. But find me a content creator on YouTube right now that particularly when it comes to professional wrestling, find me one that does it better than me without worry about not missing a comment, gets to every comment. Maria says they are imposters. No, those are the four horsemen of the fun times. But I challenge you, name someone who's a far better host than I am. And I say primary host, not co-host, because Ailey's the best co-host on YouTube. Well, the best female co-host. Josiah's the best male co-host. He's my favorite co-host. And obviously, I like a few others as well that are very nice, like Nick and Nikki. I like Kobe on TV and all that. But I mean, in just genuine retrospect, in terms of just gets a conversation out of their live chat continuously, continues to make the live chat feel relevant, happy, engaged, find one that is better than me. I don't think you can. Funny thing is YouTube doesn't need the weekly steel chair. No one can say that more than I can. I'm honest enough to say it. It doesn't need YouTube. We transcended that. But it's the same with what we've got out there. You know it. I look at other people that get overlooked for content praise. Matt, Catherine, they get overlooked. You know why? Because nobody seems to understand what they do. Top tip, if you're going to do watch-alongs, for example, and then you go into someone's live chat and then try to steal their audience, just remember that people watch. Yeah, we know. It's the third match between them. They could have done it at Clash in Paris. They could have done it at Clash, but that just shows how bad they are. But yeah, top tip. If you're going to do watch-alongs and you go into someone's stream, don't start promoting your own stream. I don't do that. I would never do that. Because that's grifting. That's the worst form of grifting. That's grifting for views of someone else's show. That same person, if I catch them again, I'll be messaging them separately. I'm not kidding. I get it. YouTube is a fun space where this is off topic. Everyone has their own ideas, their own shows. But you absolutely do not go into someone's live chat and then say, oh, by the way, I'm live now, come watch. That's a no-no. That's like one of those respect rules of YouTube. And if you are like that, stay the fuck away from my channel. Because I don't welcome people like that here. I like the fact that people can promote their own stuff. But if you try to steal directly through this, then we'll be having words. Oh yeah, Maria, there's literally people that does that. There is people that do that. And they spam it. Like they spam, oh, I'm live now, come watch. And it's horrible. I do my channel as a hobby. I'm not arsed about how many subs and likes and even views I get. I just like interacting with those I get on with. Good for you, my friend. That's what I do. That's exactly what I do. People get their subs because of their takes or their questionable thumbnails, which are clickbait. I get my views, my increase in the subs on this fantastic YouTube channel and this community through hard work that's by me and everyone else. It's not one person. Right now, it's one person on camera, but it's multiple people that are involved that do this. This channel's owned by me, but it's for everybody. Look at the community tab. Here's a fun fact. See all the big YouTube channels? They're not telling their fans, by the way, about the community tab. They're posting, but they're not telling them that you can drop on their community tab now. Who did? Who's done that, though? Oh, wait. And don't worry, that's not a rhetorical question. That was a serious question. None of the big channels are telling you about what you can now do in their community tab. Except one. Imagine that, eh? It's just one that I've seen that does that. I wonder who that could be. I might need you guys to jog my memory. For what? Promoting the community tab or spamming, trying to steal content? What part, James? Just to check. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Sorry I didn't get to your live. I was actually on my second driving lesson of the day when you were live. But I will get my Final Fantasy team lineup ready for you. Don't worry. What's up, Billy? I'm going to make a meme of you with your eyes. I give everybody what they want. Consonant, please, Carol. I'm actually going to rewind it just so I can see that bit back. I mean, I think we can all say, who does it better, me or Taker? Surely it's got to be me. Back Friday in the usual spot. Fantastic. I'll be there. Yeah, I'm rewatching it. I definitely do it better than Taker. That is brutal. Roy Sheen finally found her way to the next channel. Fantastic. Oh God. No, no, we can't have this. No. No. Five minutes is not enough for me to tell her she's absolutely terrible. I don't think you know exactly what I'm capable of when it comes to fun. But that's a fair point, my friend. But as for this, you some bitch. I know, but we'll sort that. But hey, here's the funny thing. I still need to get my ass over there because I need to get to New Jersey. Yeah, he's lost what? He's lost like 30 pounds or something? 30, 40. He's lost a lot of weight. He's done a Batista. He's finally coming off the roids. I think he's had an inner conversation with his inner Umaga. I mean, that is true. If I do come to New Jersey, I do absolutely have a place to stay, guaranteed. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Arkansas, Newark. Aim is simple, New Jersey. But then also I need to check out a few other states. I need to wind up Catherine at some point. Tell her that she can do better. Speaking of Catherine, you want to know a funny secret? Soy italiano. Pequeño, soy italiano, por favor, señor. Ich Deutsch Alemán. Bene. A little bit. Scottish, German, Italian. Sí. Sí, parle inglés. Bon. Parlez anglais. Parlez français. Italien. Allemand. English. Not even kidding, she's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Really, really lovely. True. She is genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met. I've got that privilege. I'm really glad to have that privilege. Yeah, even if it's only once. May never happen again. I'm okay with that. I mean, to be fair, you could realistically try and get on a show. I mean, I have tried. Fucking Alex Shelley didn't even respond to my email. Bastard. Hope he rots. Don't apologize. By the way, any of you see Ready to Rumble? I feel like that David A-line. I took Spanish in high school. I took it for what? I did it for 4 years in high school, and I did French for about 9 years. Alex Shelley. I also tried to get Mike Kyoto, but he never got back to me. He was meant to come on the show, but he never got back to me. Which is okay. Oh yeah, I've seen it. I tried to get I did try to get one once. That was a long time ago though. But that wasn't because I couldn't get them on, it's simply like I asked the question, but then obviously I didn't like follow through with it, so that's my own fault. I am not. Trust me, I'm not. I am simply your worst nightmare. I exist, and that's it. Nothing special about me. There's nothing special about me. The Billy, on the other hand, is a wanker. Nothing about me that's special. Except this. I just exist. That's not me putting myself down. Getting angry is not because I'm Scottish. I just get angry real easily. But I just exist. Like, if I could give this channel up to someone, I would. Probably not something I should be saying on air. It's probably not something I should say live. But that's the difference. That's the difference between me and anyone else. Is I can openly say that I would just give this to someone. I would just give up. Because there's times where it's a waste. It's a strange one. How long have I had the channel? Well, my original channel was about 5 years, and then New Japan killed it. But this one has been back open for about 2 years. Still the same thing, it's just back open 2 years. Sure. Do you think the Profits should break up? I think the Profits can't break up. With all due respect, Maria, I don't think they can. But the times when I feel like I don't wanna be on the channel anymore, I don't have any interest in it. And there's times where I would just love to give up. But then I come in and see you guys, and then I go, "Actually, this is what I like. It's the fun. It's the enjoyment." Essentially, you're the ones that keep it going.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
I'm not too bad.
I figured it was a rare Monday afternoon that I have off.
Rightly so. I mean, I've took today and tomorrow off work, but that's obviously for tomorrow's got purpose.
Oh, nice. What's is there a holiday or tomorrow for you guys, or just something?
Nah, it's just me just taking days off. Yeah. I've got my driving test tomorrow morning, yeah, so
Nice. Good luck, man.
thank you.
It's tomorrow. Oh man, just wait. I actually think I knew that because one of your older shows you mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I told Nikki, let's just say if you call in a Friday, I might. If you you got to tell me when you pass. You got to give me enough time. I might have a nice drop for you.
Of course I will. I'll tell you in advance.
Let's just say it might be the most ridiculous thing ever do, but it might be funny. So
yeah, so I've got
most of the stuff we do is ridiculous.
So let's see, if I add on 13 minutes and then it's 12 hours and 12 minutes from now is my driving test.
Do you guys wait? So in Scotland, I know like in England, it's you drive on the right side. Do you still, or is it left side? What side of the road do you guys drive on in Scotland?
Put it this way, we're the opposite of you.
Yeah, so you're just like England, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, we're better, but yeah. Okay,
That's actually something I really would love to know. Like, who decided what side of the road you drive on?
No idea. I know you're promoting this, but I don't mean to spoil it, but it looks like this is still happening, which means, didn't I not? That's more point off. The season has started yet.
No. Tonight's the last. So today's the last preseason. Yep. So you got to set your lineup for Friday. So it's Friday to Friday.
I've been robbed.
I know you started off too strong. The same thing with like Mikey and the Street Profits. They might break up.
I know. I'm lucky. Like I'm going good. Scotland drive anywhere but the roads, says the one who's part Irish, part English, Billy. You wouldn't know what the road is if it hit you in the bus. It's good seeing you. How are you both? How's you and how's Nikki?
Doing
I'm assuming
good,
she's
doing
at
good.
work.
Nikki's upstairs watching Raw live. I actually have it on down here in our office. So I'm just like we bounce around. Sometimes we finished our live stream and then we got off like 10 minutes before Raw started. So I was like, all right, go outside, let Jackson, our dog, out, and then we ran back
Yeah.
into our respective areas.
Well, I was gonna say if you want, you can always tell her to bounce down, and everyone else can meet Nikki as well. She's more than welcome.
She'll probably bounce down. I mean, I'm in the basement. She's upstairs, so she'll probably come down to do laundry at some point in time and pop on for a second. You never know.
Awkward thing for you is the fact that you're saying you're in the basement. People are going to think that you're being abused.
No, I love it down here. We have this is where I watch most of our stuff down here because it's just convenient. Like I can sit here, listen to you, watch Raw in the background. So it's kind of nice. Like I love hanging out in our office down here.
It's nice. It's actually quite a nice, quiet, reserved space as well. Like everyone above, and you're just the very bottom going, well, I'm out of sight, I'm out of mind. It's peace and quiet, and then there's no interference. That's what you want, really.
Well, the only problem is like the internet down here. I mean, we do our show from the basement too, but the internet down here isn't like the greatest. But it's always crazy because like when someone's above you, even like in an apartment setting, you hear the step. Like Jackson, the dog, sounds like he's like the loudest thing on the planet. He's like scratching on the floor. So I'm like waiting to go upstairs and see the whole floors be destroyed. But it's just that's the optics of it, or the
absolutely
audio of it.
Yeah, absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Just whilst I've got Nick here, just for context, of course, if you are wondering where you can find Nick as well on YouTube, before anyone asks, I'm not kicking him off. I'm just saying if you want to know where you can find Nick as well, it is right here, by the way. I'm just showing everybody now.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They are 39 subs away from 1,000, so do help them. It'd be really appreciative if everyone can go and do that. But this is where you can find Nick's channel. Live on YouTube. You can find them every week. They're always there. Don't miss a beat. And as you can tell, they're all the way stacked. They're busy all the way through. So do check these guys
Reece, and
out.
you were.
Go
I gotta say now before I appreciate it. Reece is a major part of this show, this community for us. So like that's Nikki and I. Our goal. You start up your channel again, roughly right around the same time we did, like 2023. We said we just want to do things that were fun and connect with people around the world about things that we love, and this is why we did it. And this is exactly the byproduct of what we were hoping. Meeting someone like you that we never would meet in a million years around the world unless we went to Scotland or you came to Jersey to some random wrestling event. And I happenstance. That's exactly what it's for.
Absolutely. And folks as well, like, they do have some interesting things here as well. Like, there is actually a video live on their channel for an interview with Karrion Kross. It's short, but it's absolutely sweet, and it's a really good listen. There's one of mine loyal to you, so there you go. But obviously, guys, you know the score. You still got to subscribe to my channel. If you don't, I'll hunt you down one by one.
I'm still catching up on Billy's comment and still cracking up. You guys can't turn right on red.
No.
That's baffling to me.
Yeah, I was so angry. This is my friend Dan. Like, I was so fucking angry. I can remember the moment. Because obviously I'm a big fan of TNA. I'm a big fan of New Japan, and a couple of years ago, New Japan did a show with TNA. Well, they've done two of them, but they haven't done one since. But they did a show called Multiverse United, is what it was called. And it was basically a mixture of TNA talent, men and women, versus New Japan, men and women across the globe. And I had a YouTube short that had about 6,000 views. This is my own personal. This was before the Weekly Steel Chair. It was on another podcast at the time, but it was my own podcast, and then I brought it onto my old channel. And then eventually I had to just bring back the Steel Chair as its own separate YouTube channel. But basically, the video got 6,000 views. And it was like 10-second clip. It wasn't even New Japan, by the way. It was hosted by TNA. TNA didn't care. but it was literally Tanahashi's high fly flow frog splash finish on speedball Mike Bailey, pinning him for the free count, and it got to 6,000 views, and then New Japan hit me with a copyright strike.
Mm.
And then instead of giving me a chance to bring it down, they didn't give me a chance to even respond to it, deal with it the lot. They went straight back in and done another one, and then did it a third time and blasted me. My original channel died on the spot. I couldn't even like, I had like no chance to like defend it. I literally went, it's cool as day, like it's not New Japan, but they were like, meh, whatever, and they blasted it. And then since then, I promote New Japan, but you will not find anything clip-wise about New Japan on my channel again, because they're worse than AEW for it. Like, AEW are very protective of their content, which is fine, but New Japan will hit you with a strike. They're just as bad on Twitter. If you post anything from their own app, like even if it's like a 2-second clip of like a wrestling sequence as like a holy shit moment, they will tear you apart.
A lot of it is just like, I joke about it. Like, if you ever watch the HBO show or on Max, like Righteous Gemstones, it's like all praise be to he. Praise be to he. Like, that's kind of how I feel. It's like praise be to WWE, praise be to whoever, like AEW, like whoever, you know, you gotta really like make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's and everything. It's
so
some of the stuff that gets approved and doesn't get approved. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it's what I don't like. I mean, like, if you're putting up say like a 5-minute video, and it's clearly unedited, and it's just the same thing, like you can tell someone's just done like a screen share and then they've unedited it, and it's the same thing over and over, and it's on their channel, I would understand that as a copyright strike, because you've done nothing to amend it. But if you've actually done something to like amend it, manipulate it, and make it stand out, and it's not an attack on something, then it should be.
What's really interesting is a lot of the laws, too. Like, I don't even know a quarter.
You guys do really well with your video, the video stuff. You guys do. You do it really well.
Thank you. It's a lot. Well, I mean, a lot of it's like me cutting up a lot of different things and trying to make it original. That's kind of what I try and do. Is like add to make it an original, because that's really what it is. Like a lot of like even the drops are just like my take on things. So I just put in different music and things like that. But even then, you never know what gets approved and what doesn't. It's surprising. Because I've seen content creators for football, like in American football, and it's with the NFL. The NFL is like probably worse than WWE.
Well, they will have you shut down in an instant.
Yeah, and I'm sure, like, I don't know, FIFA's probably similar in some aspects. Like, it's just crazy. But then some people, it's like you watch some shows and you're like, how are you playing this touchdown or this whatever, you know, this goal, like, and nobody else can play that content.
It bugs me because there's people on here now that can actually put up like there's guys that do wrestling watch-alongs. What's up, Fletch? There's guys on here and women that do wrestling watch-alongs, the full thing. They've got the full audio on their stream. They've got a camera on as well, showing people the stuff on TV. And I'm like, I don't care how big you are. How are you able to do that? Like, because that's not unedited. Like, that's Streamlabs, mobile cameras, and they're showing it. And I'm like, how can you?
Well, it's almost
not
like, do you? I don't know if this is a thing. Mystery Science Theater, was that something that was a? Did you ever hear that name? Okay, it's like kind of a similar concept of like commenting on it, but like I don't know what makes it. It's really weird. Like one of my closest friends is a lawyer, and he's like, dude, copyright law is a whole other animal of like everything else. Actually, one of my cousins actually works in the music industry and does just that. She's a lawyer. She does copyright law, and she's like, literally told me, this is like last year, and I was like, so what can I put up and not get in trouble for? And she's like, I couldn't even tell you.
That's
and I'm like, you're a lawyer. Yeah. She's like, I'm like, you're a lawyer. She's like, it doesn't. It's one thing on one side could be conceived as copyright, the other side it could be viewed as like original.
Yeah, like even like an original with a royalty, it can still come back as copyright. It's anything like people can take my edits and just crop the bottom of my edits, for example, that I've got, and they can go, well, that's original, and I'd be like, really?
Mm.
You've clearly just cropped the image of my own edits. Come on. But it's like everyone's like that nowadays. Like there's people who like watermark their own stuff and they don't do it right, and they come at people for it. There's accounts on social media that really anger me. Like some like big wrestling accounts that get to be part of like companies for like making money, and I'm like, they do it because they take other people's merch and their content, they post it on their own stuff as their own, and they make more of it. Like I would gladly name drop these. I would gladly name drop these accounts because I hate them anyway. But what's the point? But I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of one just to avoid Fadeaway Media. I don't care if this. I don't care if this gets back to him. If this gets back to him, cool. His 20,000 Twitter followers can come after me. I don't care. But like, he literally takes people's video edits. He takes their like design edits, like anything like that, and he posts it for himself, and he gets thousands of views and retweets, the lot. And I'm like, what about the original person? What are they getting out of this? Oh, wait, they got nothing because you stole their stuff.
No, there's a lot. It's tough because now we're in that world of like, same thing with music. It's like, what's your original content? Like, how do you, like this happened, like, what was it? 3 years ago? The Ed Sheeran lawsuit that happened where he was like, I'm going to quit music if I lose this lawsuit.
Because he knows he would have been out of pocket as well.
Yeah. Reece, I'm surprised you're not watching Raw live.
Better things to do.
Wow.
I got to review the whole
my God, I love it.
decibel level. I got to review the decibel level of the French because there's not much that they've got going well these days, so I need to try and find something that stands out.
That's fair. I guess we're at the end, and just as said, I don't want to spoil it for you. But
no, that's all right. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just watching it in silence. So just like it looks like the ending, which I was pissed because I thought they would open Raw with Becky Rollins, but it looks like Punk, because Punk was in the parking lot waiting for Rollins, and I guess he went. Of course, the end of the night calls him out, but who answers the call? Becky Lynch to Seth Rollins' music. I love it.
Fair. I'm still of the opinion that it's a bad idea if it leads to AJ Lee returning. I'm not negative in that way, but I'm opposed to it. I think it's a bad idea if she comes back.
I want AJ. I've been wanting AJ for a while, especially she's Jersey, and I interviewed her actually like 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, she's definitely like top quality Jersey lass. But what I mean, I think the opportunity's passed. I think I don't think it's a good idea if she comes back. As much as it would be a great moment, I feel like the opportunity was there and it's past. I think it's probably going to end up being Roxanne Perez that answers the call.
It's got to be AJ. They're not going to turn Roxanne. They're not going to. It's not time. She's not over enough. It's not going to do anything for her.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's the connection.
Becky came out wearing pants that remind me of Bray Wyatt as the Fiend.
I gotta see this.
You kind of like a quick hot take. Like I've been like also been drinking since we had our show 3 hours ago. But tell me you don't think the Fiend immediately.
I just want to hear this.
What, this promo? By the way, you're watching this promo? Can I say that, like, apparently, like, someone posted something on Facebook about, like, Finn Balor and, like, her and, like, how, like, just, like, how amicable everything was. That's way to be adults. I appreciate that.
It's quite a shock that actually happened. The amicable,
that she was-
not the amicable side.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I don't like Becky as a heel as much as I like her as a face because I think she's just over more, but, like, she is hysterical. I think it's AJ, man. I really do. I can't. It's not gonna. Or Bailey. It's got to be a face. It's not going to be someone turning. Nikki said Bailey. I can't. I steal some of her ideas every once in a while, but I can't steal that.
I could see that. I'm not sure if it's the right idea, but I see why Nikki's thinking it.
Also, I mean, Bailey's got that character conflict thing going on, so I don't know if it really makes sense right now.
I don't think anything but Bailey's made sense for a while.
She needs to go to AEW. She's going to be good in AEW. I think she'll be really good in AEW.
I honestly agree. I agree.
She'll be like, honestly, you know what I think she'd be? I think she'd be as big as Britt Baker.
Not bigger. She wants sandbag people.
I want to see Britt in WWE.
I want to see Britt Baker out of wrestling. Sorry, Britt Baker fans. I used to be one a long time ago.
I gotta say, I love the fact that Becky's coming out and cutting a promo on CM Punk. It's like probably could have happened a month or two ago, but and I don't know if you heard those reports that supposedly there's internal rumors that, like, either Ricky Starks, Ethan Page, or who's the other person? Oh, Tony D'Angelo. Like, one of those three is going to join the group too.
I think if you're adding Becky, do you need to add more? I think that's the problem when you've added enough and you add too much and then it becomes a big problem. I feel like it was either D'Angelo or Becky, not both. I feel like you can't have both, you know?
I see your point. Like, it's a valid point. My only problem is that, like, it doesn't elevate anybody. Like, Braun Breaker's going to be a main eventer. Bronson Reed is borderline main eventer. So who gets elevated by being in that group if it's just Becky with them now? You know what I mean? Like, everyone's already a main eventer, unless you're just telling me it's an elite group.
I think that's what it's going to end up just being, an elite group. Or an
Bronson's never won any belts. And Braun Breaker's won an Intercontinental title, but you know what I mean? Like, that's... I don't know.
Maybe it's the time to put the pressure on it and just make it happen. Perhaps. I'm not sure. Maybe they have to make some sort of impact. Could happen. I'm not sure.
But then what belt are you putting on? Like, yeah, if you're going to make them have an impact, they have to probably take most, if not all, the belts. And then what mid-card belt are they taking? Like, what's on Raw now? Intercontinental. Who's Intercontinental champion?
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, they're not going to take it off Dom. He's a heel champion. And Sammy's on SmackDown. So, like,
Sammy has lost all meaning with me. Like, I actually honestly do not care about Sami Zayn even more now than I already did before. Purely because of the fact he's won the US title. But winning the US title makes genuinely no sense. Like, this is a guy who, for the longest time, I'm going to go and win the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to be the world title holder. I'm going to be... Now, hold on. I'm now on SmackDown. I'm going to be the WWE Champion. Can I have your US title instead?
Yeah.
Dude.
Here's my participation trophy. Or consolation prize, I guess.
I'll give you the answer in sound form.
Good. I'm glad about that.
I actually don't think AJ's going to hold anything anymore. Sad reality. Not yet.
I wouldn't be
but
surprised. He
we'll
doesn't
figure
need
it out.
to.
I'll see if I can try and upload it, Fletch. We'll try.
Reece, let me pop out here before in a Raw here and go upstairs and check on the wife, make sure she's not destroying the house.
She'll be,
or the
she'll
dog's
be,
not destroying the house.
She'll be peaceful, but as always, you can just you can always tell her that a friend from overseas is like hello, and you're always welcome on the channel. Like literally 5 minutes from now, if you want. You both fine.
Absolutely, yeah. Let me see what she's up to. See if we can pop back in.
Oh, sweet.
All right, I'll catch you in a little bit.
Hell yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me finish listening to this promo, and then after that, we'll kick into Clash, and then we'll see what everyone really thinks. But give me 2 seconds. I want to hear this. Why is it gone black? Oh, never mind. Yeet merchant on my screen and done. We don't celebrate yeet merchants on here. We run from them. Right, give me 2 seconds because something popped up on my screen. So what was it? Let's see. So Cena in Chicago. Funny. But yeah, why did it go to black? Yeah, not him. I don't like him. What's this? Oh. I'm caught in two ways when it comes to that promo. All right. He's standing there taking all that abuse as well. Now, if it was me, in respectful terms, that ginger nightmare is getting put in a sharpshooter. But he's standing there just taking it. Now, what does he mean by it? Oh, you're going to regret it. Is he actually just going to get it himself, or is he actually going to call in a favor? Who knows? But what I do know, not sponsored by Abel's Blue Chew, is we have a job to do. So let's get through it. Clash in Paris. 6 matches and not sponsor. Exactly. We've got 6 matches. One that took. The match says 22 minutes. It was longer than that by far, including everything. The battle for the shoes. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. I'm going to be generous here. Now remember, I said generous. I think we can all unanimously agree this match was horrible, but if you let him be a little bit more expressive, we could see the real Bronson Reed. Now I say could. Right now he is in shackles. If you let the shackles off, we could get something special from Bronson Reed. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. It's a straight up fact. When you look at him in the ring, you give him a chance. None of the, oh, if he could, let him take it. No. Let him have a chance that's free from, you've got to focus on the hard cam. You got to focus on the merchandise. Let him focus on himself. Let him focus on being a big man. Let him focus on being powerful. Otherwise, Bronson Reed will end up like, he'll end up being worth nothing. Now, Roman Reigns, unequivocally, I've said it for the longest time, He's just lucky that who he's related to. This is the sort of match where he really loses any sense of legitimacy for me. The fact that Bronson Reed has have to persist with carrying him. See, even talking about Roman Reigns puts me to sleep. But I mean about what I say. If you really let him buy into himself, you really let him release the shackles, Bronson Reed could really be someone that you can really trust and rely upon. Because let's be real, Bronson Reed is not he's not a bad worker. He's not a bad worker. He's just being... It's like he is wrestling in handcuffs. And I think it's time to take them off. So it's not full praise. It's not a 50-50. It's a hypothetical. It's a wish. It's a request. Let this man be freed from the shackles. Or to quote an old phrase, release the Kraken. Or in this case, release the Bronson. Roman Reigns would get the win, of course, with a Samoan drop-down spear combination. And then at ringside, after reclaiming all the shoes that's been stolen from him. A feud about shoes. I swear to God. I swear to God. Out of nowhere, Braun Breaker spears him through the announce table, and it starts the whole Roman's being written off TV angle. And he's going to be written off until he returns, of course, which is expected because he's away filming Street Fighter. Interesting. That is very interesting. I still don't know if it's the right call, though. I don't know. Jey Uso, of course, did make the made an attempt to make the save, but he got torn apart as well. It was violent on their side. I'm eager to see what the intention is, but I don't know. The sad reality is that I can tell you now what the plan is. I think you guys can see what the plan is. CM Punk is not going to be the one that takes the World Championship from Seth Rollins. I think you can guess who it's going to be. And I firmly do not support this decision. But you can see who's going to be the one that beats Seth Rollins for the world title next year. Keywords, next year. The question is, do you agree with me? Or do you oppose me? I think they're going to put the title on Roman. I think that world title is going to end up on Roman. And I don't like that idea. I also find it funny that Cena put a picture of Seth Rollins holding the world title on his Instagram. There's another false hope that fans that are of his, for example, are going to go, okay, what's this all about? I think Sammy's going to go for the other one. You put Sammy on one brand to go to the other one, it makes no sense unless you put the World Championship on SmackDown. There's something about it, James. Honestly, I just got a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling. I hope I'm wrong. Because if it was up to me, Braun Breaker would be the one to do it. Boy meets Baldy. Baldy helps Boy win World Championship. if you're a fan of Friday Night SmackDown, then you'll know that. Well, if you're a more avid watcher and fan of SmackDown than Raw, you'll know that the Street Profits won the number one contendership match on SmackDown against The Miz and Carmelo Hayes. And you'll know, of course, that into this match, the aim. Yeah, I saw that she did that in the ring, though. I'm really skeptical about this whole thing. I just have a bad feeling. Really bad feeling. But yes, the Street Profits, of course, number one contenders to the Wyatts, who are the tag team champions. There's a lot of interference in this match. Standing moonsault from Braun Breaker on Jey Uso there. Just a heads up. Nice. Braun Breaker's got a crazy athlete. The thing is, though, is I also think we're forgetting someone. It says AJ has no choice now to appear. What if it's a ruse? What if Cora Jade returns? I'm not advocating, I'm just asking. What's up, Bleach? But yes. The Wyatts were victorious. There was some interference from Uncle Howdy and Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross from under the ring especially was grabbing Montez, preventing them getting back in the ring, which of course allowed the Wyatts to gain advantage. They would eventually get the win. The momentum to end the Street Profits is there, but I don't see it happening, and I blame Dawkins. I blame Dawkins because I feel like because they're so entwined, I think Angelo Dawkins' career relies so fully on Montez Ford. I don't think. Ow. I don't think Montez Ford would allow it unless Dawkins somehow got injured. The Wyatts, I don't know what they are, Maria. It doesn't make any sense. But I also think if you're going to turn them heel, then the name of this faction has to change. Because I'm sorry, but the Wyatt name should not be getting booed. Not now. Not whilst the man who's responsible for this faction's dead. It offers nothing. If you're gonna boo this faction, rename them the Six. Just call them the Six. We have the Women's Intercontinental Championship match to follow, and this is I don't think either of them could be main eventers, but I see your point. I think they're both mid card, but one of them definitely is upper. That's just my thoughts on it. The Women's Intercontinental title match, Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. Do I have to review this? Like, do I seriously have to review this match? Or can for the next 25 seconds, can I claim to be American and say I refuse to answer based on my First Amendment rights? Thanks, Maria. I'm going to take the champion's word as powerful decision. I'm skipping this. But I will say this. You must do a whole video on the Bella twins. Good God Almighty. She puts me to sleep. I don't like either of them. I actually like them like between what was it? Every time the Royal Rumble passed up until the next Royal Rumble, like that's when I liked them because they were non-existent. I don't like either of them, honestly. Becky also botched Bleach. We're not praising Becky Lynch in this match. She's also at fault for the worst botch in this match too. But this was horrible, and the missed timing, the lack of communication between them. If this is to bring back Brie Bella, imagine the botches you're going to get from that as well. And this does end with a roll up. Of course, it does. Christ, Glenn, that's harsh. I choose freedom. The Donnybrook, the Donnybrook match. Why do they have to give them fancy names? Why not just do what it should be? Why not just say Sheamus versus Rusev in a no holds barred match? Why does it have to be a special gimmick name? They put them on there to get the women's division and attention, not because they can or can't wrestle. Jey Uso with a spear on Braun Breaker is embarrassing. I don't know. I don't know what Red Sonja is. I'll need to check it, so I can't answer. But I avoid the Bellas. But yeah, this is just meant to be a no holds barred match, but I feel like it was a little bit held back. I feel like we could have got a little bit more violence out of the two of them, especially Sheamus. I feel like Sheamus was holding back. It's just a typical Irish phrase. It's nothing special. I don't disagree. I don't disagree, Maria. I just think it's unnecessary. I haven't for quite some time, Glenn. So I need to go back and like refresh myself. What I'm saying is like if it's just a simple no holds barred match, just call it no holds barred. You know? Like it's right there. You're not gonna get moaned at for it. But yeah. Rusev would win by using the shillelagh and then applying the accolade with the shillelagh on Sheamus. Sheamus would then be forced to submit, which I was very surprised about. I admit that surprised me. I didn't expect a submission win from Rusev. I thought Rusev would win through that running super kick he does, the Machka kick, I didn't think we would get a submission win. Or even Sheamus passing out to the accolade. Like I'm being genuinely serious. I did not expect that. That caught me off guard. Another spear super kick. Jey Uso is seriously becoming another Hogan. Oh, Braun Breaker with a big ass spear. The Bronson and Braun have won this match. Well, that was just funny. But yeah, Rusev winning by submission. It's a rare breed. Question is, are they going to take it anywhere? I don't know. Yeah, Braun Breaker's on the warpath. Here we go. And what was move after move? Maybe because Sheamus is probably at a point now where he's not a jobber. First and foremost, that's not what jobber means. But he's definitely putting people over. It is the veteran's job, though. Even though Rusev is 40 and he's not exciting, he's not an upstart. He's never going to be a world champion, which is good. However, Cena versus straps are coming down. Cena versus Logan Paul is a strange one. It's a strange one because of why. And I say why because oh wait, here comes Jimmy Uso. Oh, there you go. You're gonna get your Uso reunion now. Fresh after impregnating his wife, he's here with a steel chair. To be fair, the Grand Slam isn't important. No worries, mate. I'll speak to you later. I will definitely be live tomorrow. We will be doing. We're not going to do a Raw review. We're not going to do a Raw review tomorrow. We're going to do episode 2 of our own promotion. What's up, Daz? It'll probably be CM Punk 1-on-1. Probably. Logan Paul versus Cena is literally just Cena using every attempt to use former opponents' finishing maneuvers in this match. This is a genuine spot fest. This is a genuinely obvious spot fest, start to finish. I mean, look at the moves he used. The Angel's Wings, Christopher Daniels. He worked with him in UPW. You've got the Zigzag, formerly Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth. You've got Cena doing a Styles Clash. The follow through pop-up styles clash as well. Plus all his attitude adjustments. You've got shades of the late great Chris Kanyon when Cena does the flatliner. And you've got Logan Paul responding with a terrible buckshot lariat. He needs to stop it, by the way. He's actually making it worse. In classic Cena fashion, he does take a crossbody from the top rope, rolls through for an attitude adjustment, which he hits. He goes for a second one, but Logan Paul does break free, hits a right hand. Cena launches off the ropes, bounces back, and hits another attitude adjustment for the win. But this seemed weird. Cena didn't need this win. But if he's going to win, why are you using the finishers of so many people's offense? What are you trying to gain? Are you trying to prove something? Because you don't need to. You're not here to prove anything. I don't understand. Good question. Probably because he wasn't advertised for. I don't know. It's just strange to me. I just say in it loosely. It's strange to me that that whole match was Cena using moves of the past from other opponents. What is your favorite version of the Riddler in Batman? Ooh, it shouldn't have been that long. Favorite version of the Riddler in Batman, film or animated? Um, animate animated version from 1992, 94 is my favorite. Then it's the Arkham series Riddler. Then it's Jim Carrey's. Then it's the 1960s one. Then it's The New Adventures of Batman. Then it's Batman Brave and the Bold. Then it's the Batman. Do you watch Peacemaker? I have watched it before, but I've not watched anything recent of it. Yeah, of course. We've got the main event, but we always do question time on here and have a laugh at the very end. So absolutely. Absolutely. I have seen Batman Sub-Zero. Love it. Should probably be called the Piss Breaker. No, to be honest, I did think the early starts of Peacemaker was actually alright. The problem is see the rest of it, I'm just not gonna have the I'm just not gonna get there to watching it. And he always said the time, but that's not the case. There's just other things on I'm watching. I'm just not gonna I would have to find some sort of opportunity to watch it. Of course. Spectacular Spider-Man was good. 90 Spider-Man's better. You guys are in for a little treat. In which order do you rank the acting of Rock, Cena, Batista? Well, here's the easiest part. Batista's number one. I would say Batista, Rock, Cena. Certainly is going to be a whole lot of fun if Nikki shows up. She's very proud of all the Nickies. We might be in for a fight. She might come in here and attack us all for our context on Nikki Bella. We've critiqued her heavy. Did you like the Mercedes and the Mandalorian? Yes, I did. That's only because I actually like the Mandalorian. Wait, which Batman is the classic one? 60s? Adam West? Creepy, creepy bastard though. Great actor for the whole thing, but he was creepy. Best Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer, 100%. Adam West better than Michael Keaton. Nah, Michael Keaton's the best. Oh, I can make the intensity of the blur. That is so cool. There we go. Nah, Michael Keaton for me is the greatest Batman and the greatest Bruce Wayne. The classic Batman animated series, I can't remember the name, but I know it had a lot of Catwoman. Yeah, it was just Batman, the animated series. 1992, 1995. Should Tim Burton have done a third movie? Yes. The problem is the problem is the Dark Knight the funny thing is, see the Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2 that you got in the 2000s, the animated films, is basically Batman Returns, but the younger version is violent, dark, and gruesome. People just couldn't take it. Batman Returns for me is the film that defined Batman. You could Batman 1989 with Keaton versus Nicholson, phenomenal. But Batman Returns 1992 is the one. That is the one. The Dark Knight trilogy was great. Christian Bale is the second best Batman. Second best, not even the best Bruce Wayne, but he's the second best Batman. How bad was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze? It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better. He basically got hit with the Ben Affleck Daredevil, where the character looks good, but the ending doesn't work. The script was bad. Schwarzenegger got a bad script. Best Batman villain. Joker, Two-Face, Riddler, Bane, Killer Croc. I had Penguin in 6th place. Then Scarecrow. Then Poison Ivy. Then Firefly. Then Deadshot. That's my top 10 Batman villains. In that order, that is my exact order of Batman villains. I think Ivy was incredible. Harley Quinn is 11th, but that's for different reasons. Harley Quinn had a different role in the end. Hush, for me, Hush is after Ra's al Ghul. I've got Ra's in 12th, Hush in 13th. I've got so many Batman comic books and graphic novels and all that shit. Like Batman and Spider-Man are my jams, man. Who's better, Poison Ivy or Lady Frost? That is Poison Ivy. Kiss, Marry, Avoid. Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Harley Quinn. Well, avoid Poison Ivy. I want to live. Catwoman, that's more of a kiss situation. You'd have to marry Harley Quinn, surely. Just psychologist. She'll fucking screw your head into a million places if you don't stick to her. So yeah. But all in all, they're three great characters. But they're not as cunning as one other character. Like if I look at the female characters of the Batman universe, like just Batman and specifically characters he's engaged with, the hardest one he ever come across was Satana. Satana and Talia al Ghul are two female characters that had him on a shelf. Reece, you have to kiss one. Poison Ivy or Ash by Elegance. Go. If she was real, Poison Ivy. Who would win the match, Jason Todd or Deathstroke? Jason Todd. The hardest one in terms of cunning and ability and mindset, yes, is Zatanna and Talia al Ghul. But yeah, if you honestly ask who would win in a death match, Jason Todd or Deathstroke? Jason Todd. Deathstroke was a great villain, but I associate him more to Green Arrow than I do Batman. Even though he was really good against Batman. It's quite a good swing of things, actually. Talk of the devil. Well, I always believe that in life there are three rules. There's death, there's taxes, and always ask a blonde why her hair is blonde and not brunette.
Because I'm old and gray, and I need to be blonde to cover that.
That works. Ladies and gentlemen, you met the husband earlier on. Now you met the wife. This is Nikki.
Hello, friends. Thank you for having me on, Reece.
My pleasure. Hello, hello. How are you?
Good. It's weird. I'm behind the bar. Usually this is where Nick sits, so who knows what's going to happen when I'm behind the bar?
Let's see. 1, 2. Oh wait, they're candles. They're not glasses.
No, those are shot glasses.
See, so there you go. Officially off the rails. Is that because you're still in the basement?
Yeah, well, he's in his office in the basement, and I took over the bar. So he's gonna troll us from the other room, basically.
Yeah, you're screwed. Yeah, you're screwed. It is good to see you. Actually, I didn't get a chance to ask Nick this, but I'll ask you, how was your weekend? By the way, how's the concert?
It was good. It was busy. So we had the concert on Friday. We saw Coheed and Cambria, which were amazing. Like Claudio, the double guitar, all day.
Mm.
And then Saturday we went to a baseball game. We saw our Mets lose, but
Standard.
At the house. My mom had the dog, so we had a babysitter. So mom and dad went out. So it was good. It was gonna be good.
Yeah, Bleach is saying hello to you.
Hello, friends.
Great question for now. Do you like Spider-Man movies better than Batman? Damn, that's a horrible question.
Oh, is that to us as a group?
I picked the wrong day to wear this.
I'm more of a Batman gal myself.
They're definitely out the two franchises, Marvel and DC. They're definitely my two favorite characters, Fernando, without question. But I would still have to go Batman, despite the fact that Batman Forever and Batman and Robin exists, and also Batman versus Superman exists. But I would still have to go with Batman over Spider-Man in that case. Oh, I hate you, Glenn. That is horrible.
But like, what Star Wars are we talking about? Are we doing like OG 4, 5, 6? Are we doing the prequels? Everything as a whole?
If you're allowed,
I'm old, so OG 4, 5, 6 is real important to me.
Yeah,
we had the VHS tapes, and that was like a huge Christmas present. And we got the VHS of 4, 5, 6.
I had the 1997 Star Wars Special Edition on VHS. In the gold-plated cases that they used to come in. That's those fun times. So good. But Glenn, if we're able to remove certain parts of the franchise, oh Jesus Christ, Glenn. So it's all Star Wars content versus all Batman content.
Oh gosh.
Glenn, I'm gonna remove your bloody I'm going to remove your mod status if you at this rate. Okay. I have a way to answer this, and I know exactly how to answer this. I know exactly how to answer this. Hold on. This is how we win. Let's see. Actually, I know exactly how to answer you. We don't have to do. I was gonna use a suits gif, but I can't find the one I'm looking for. So, to answer you in the nicest way, Glenn, you're getting this heavy. And we will all celebrate, because if you've not eaten, remember, you can always get on the phone because it's always pizza time.
Love it.
I'm not good with music. I'm not in an orchestra. Why am I pretending to coordinate an orchestra? Let's see. All those lightsabers, you don't pick Star Wars. Come on. Here, Star Wars and Batman and Spider-Man are my three favorite franchises. Hell no am I picking them. Like, I just can't do it. Reece, do you know what the fans were saying after the 2 count before I forget to ask what the French fans? They were basically just saying that was free. And in French, they're saying that was free. The French are odd. I've got an issue with the French. It goes back a long way. What about Chewbacca and all the Ewoks on Endor? Pick Star Wars. No, I would honestly rather have all my limbs cut off than choose between Batman and Star Wars. I can't do it. I can't do it. Too many Batman actors. There's only one Tobey Maguire, Bully Maguire, dancing his way to victory. To be fair, when you look at it, 3 films in 5 years, whereas Batman had films all the way across. And also remember, Spider-Man was debunked on TV for 10 years. From 1983, Spider-Man and his friends. 1983, and you didn't see Spider-Man again until 1992. Whereas you had all that Batman period, then you had Batman the animated series plus the films, then you had Batman and Robin, you had Batman Beyond, you had all of that. One character was a constant. That includes film the lot. If you look on a victory level, Batman beats Spider-Man on that alone, based on consistency. Just saying. And I'm a fan of both, but at least I can differentiate. But it is good to see you, Nikki. It is good to see you. How did the stream go tonight? I was unavailable, of course, so I don't know how he's gone.
No, quick. I just feel like, I don't know. Clash in Paris was a hot mixed bag, and I wanted to make sure I was upstairs for Raw, so we kept it pretty quick. But it was good. It's always good to hang out at the bar with our regulars and our OGs and the new kids that are coming in. I hear some of your kids are coming in, which I love. So
I send them your way. I send them your way, like the Overlord. Like the Overlord. That's my job. That's my mission.
Well, we appreciate it.
Absolutely. So I do have one question for you.
Okay.
And you're not gonna like this question.
Okay.
Tell me what you really thought about Nikki Bella's performance at Clash.
Oh, I said it on our podcast. It just kind of made me sad. Because I Reece comes on our show and shits on Nikki Bella, and I cannot have a Nikki be besmirched on my show. Like, we're Nick Club for life.
Absolutely.
I kind of said it makes me sad. Like, I understand why we're not doing 10,000 house shows anymore, and obviously overall that's good. But I feel like she's not didn't have the opportunity to get the reps in. Like, she said she's going to like Nanny's gym, but that's not doing it live.
I agree.
I know everyone's talking about when she did the kick off the top rope.
Was
I
she
just
kicking?
don't. I'm hoping it's a timing issue because, like, when she hit it, Becky sort of tried to like sell the face, but obviously so far. So I don't know if like Becky didn't turn around in time or she went up too quick and there was just like a miscommunication.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try to be like, there's some bright spots. You know, I'm trying to be optimistic and glass half full. Like, I do love her forearms. She did the Bella Buster on the steps.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a new finisher submission that they're calling the Fearless Lock, which to me, like, you can't do your ex-boyfriend's moves. Like, at least do the lapel lock. At least you can take moves from your brother-in-law instead of your ex-boyfriend who was in like 2 matches later and is making out with his wife in the crowd. I'm like, you can find there's other submissions you can do.
Yeah.
It's hard because I want to root for them. And I know it wasn't great, and I know that kind of feeds into like the shit that she gets, but I want to be happy for her because like Mama needs money. That guy basically took all her money, so let Mama get a paycheck.
True. I know obviously you do advocate for the Nickies. This was not a way to just say, oh, like every Nicky's a problem or every Nick's a problem. It's not. The circumstance the circumstance being obviously is she is being heavily criticized. Obviously on here I'm heavily critical on people, but I'm also I try to be positive. I am split down the middle. But I did say when I was reviewing it, I don't blame Nikki Bella for the missed springboard kick at all. But look at it angle to angle. I fully blame Becky Lynch for this. I blame Becky. I can see why people are thinking maybe Nikki Bella's went up there too quickly. But even so, in terms of consistency, Becky Lynch has been far more active than Nikki Bella's. Understandably for Nikki Bella, she's not even been in the ring that much. She's got little to no endurance. Her stamina's way off. Her ring condition is poor. And that's because she's had nothing in it. And like you say, you can go to a gym, but going to a gym needs nothing. Whereas Becky Lynch is in the ring. So for me, she should be aware that Nikki Bella cannot jump from one turnbuckle to halfway across the ring. She can't do it. So the fact that she's such a distance away, and I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, she's worked with Nikki Bella before. Like, so this doesn't make any sense to me, like why she's allowed it, but I feel like she really did. And it's bad for Nikki Bella because, again, I found it funny because I quoted the video that somebody put up. I quoted that she's trying to kick John Cena.
Yeah, I saw that. Because
I thought that was just pure. Because I was like, that's a funny moment. But the elements to it is just not right at all. And I will not... obviously, Bleach thinks she's overrated. Fair enough, but everybody is, to be fair, at some point overrated. I'm going to say as well, even some of my favorites you can deem are overrated, but you mentioned there like Natalya, AJ Lee, Eve Torres. Caitlyn was not better than Nikki Bella.
Agreed.
And I ain't a fan of Nikki Bella at all, but Caitlyn was not better than her. If you want an example, go and look at her entire title run. She won the title with a botched spear on Eve Torres on Raw that was rushed because that's what they did back then anyway. But the spear was botched, and her entire title reign was about her and is she going to get her? Yeah, exactly. The Stalker storyline, which was weak. It was weak because everybody could tell who it was. Yeah, like it was so obvious that it was going to be AJ Lee because everybody knows she's a devious, conniving, 5'2" comic book son of a bitch. And it works brilliantly. But everybody knew that there was only one genuine talent on that division at the time, and it was AJ Lee.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
So in elements, for me, that's the element of it. Like, even Natalya at one point, a lot of people at one point overrated Natalya, and I don't see how, because I feel like Natalya is just underappreciated. I don't see how that's so true, but But at one point, people were saying she was overrated. I was like, that's just not possible. You can't be overrated when you barely have anything to do.
Yeah, when you get stuck with like shitty gimmicks that you like smell, or you're just like the valet for your husband that treats you kind of shitty. And again, like with the women's division back then, it's like there was one belt, or you had to fight over a boy. And it's just like, like there's so many guy storylines that aren't around a title, but it's not over a girl.
Or in AJ Lee's case, it's 3 guys, Vicky Guerrero in the GM position.
Yeah. So I don't know. I know she gets a lot of shit, and like I get it, but I also like not saying that she was like this pioneer of like actual women's wrestling, but bringing female audience to wrestling, I don't think that should be overlooked.
Bleach, what I said is factually true. I said everybody at some point could well be or is overrated. Yes, that does include Stephanie Vaquer. But here's another one. That includes Rhea Ripley. That includes Io Sky. All great wrestlers. But here's the thing. They all are at one point overrated. Asuka got overrated by the NXT fan base. A lot. Even though Asuka was by far the best in WWE at the time, she was still overrated. Was Darth Vader ever overrated? No, Darth Vader was never overrated. Darth Vader was rated from day one. We do not bring Vader slander into this chat. You know the rules. But yeah, like straight up, like it's simple. I could even go one further. This is going to kill me. I met this woman 2 years ago. And even some people will say to an extent that at one point Deonna Purrazzo was overrated, which obviously I argued against. But some people could say that she is. Some people, anybody you could think of, you could say, at some point, yeah, you were overrated. Except Tajiri. That man is forever underrated.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
That's because Nikki knows ball.
I just feel like no matter who like the flavor of the week is or who they're pushing, it's like you can say like with Rhea, again, huge Rhea fan, but like all of a sudden like shoved down your throat a little bit. And like she can do no wrong, and she's fantastic, and like that maybe couldn't get too much. I don't want her to like get like that Roman or like John Cena thing that she's just like she's the best, open wide, glug glug glug.
Exactly. Hey, Nick says Reece just travel to New Jersey, meet Deonna, and come chill with us. I've met her once. I don't think I'm going to meet her again. I think once is enough. But come chill with you guys, of course. That would be so much better. But here's the thing. There's one person, obviously, we don't overrate. There's one person we both equally rate.
Mm-hmm.
She is our Prez.
Oh, obs.
Absolutely.
That's why I had to draft her. I thought you were going to do it, and you didn't do it, so I had to make sure she was on a team.
I was gonna, but I thought you saw my plans. I just picked people that I hate. And I was like, that's the only thing that works for me. But I was like, I had to let Chelsea Green go to the person that I felt like was the best team scenario. So
she's gonna be my girl because Bianca's nowhere, so she's starting on my roster on Friday.
Yeah, she's getting a lot, and also you get the NXT side as well. She's heavily featured on NXT at the moment, so you get the NXT points.
I know they were talking about bringing Ethan to Maine on SmackDown to have them up there.
Okay.
More eyes on it.
Is that with or without the Canadian Championship? Because let's be real, he calls it the NXT Canadian Championship now.
Yeah. You could. If she goes down there, why can't he come up with the belt?
It's certainly possible. I feel like he is one that, I said it before, I don't think at times he worked in AEW, but I also feel like the last time he really meant anything might have been a long time. I feel they just didn't know how to get out of him, but also I don't think he pitched enough ideas, but he seems to be finding it now. But he needs to get away from that men's division on NXT. I know me and you have the same opinion. We think the NXT men's division sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's stuck down there.
Because it's filled with
they're bad and they need names, so he's stuck.
When your world champion is a bouncy castle, it's not really worth a shot. Because God Almighty, I mean, that Obafemi, I feel like he's got something, but I don't think he's going to amount to anything.
I don't know, he doesn't really do anything for me, and I don't see him working on Maine. It's like, all right, you're a big dude, and you can fight Rusev for a little bit, and then what?
Yeah. It's the same with, like, not Otis. He's useless. Omos. I'm like, here's a guy who literally got booted out of their productions, was sent to Japan, got over, and they're like, wait, no, we can't have this.
Nope.
You come back here, back in catering, and now he's up against Microman, and I'm like, this is not even funny. I mean, in an essence, it is funny, a midget looking up at someone like Omos, but I'm sorry, but how can you have this guy with... How can you have a guy who at one point was a tag team champion with AJ Styles, who looked crazy in terms of style and presence, and he was working relatively okay as a big man, and then you go, when you continue to employ guys like Otis? Make that make sense to me, because it doesn't.
Also doing nothing and just shoved on a AAA card. I don't know. I think he's a Vince McMahon hire, and then Vince wanted to do something with him, and now Triple H just sees him as like a attraction. So you're not going to see him week in, week out, and just like, here, we need a Battle Royal one. Just shove the big guy in there.
It's a shame, because he actually has made himself look more. Ever since he was given the opportunity, I don't know why they took it away from him. But, yeah. What did you think of Raw? I mean, apart from Clash, but what did you think of Raw? I mean, I watched some little bits of it. Okay, here, this is scary. All right, Nick, I'll let you drop this trivia in a second, but I'll let Nick answer this question. I love trivia.
God, ignore him. Raw. Were you gonna ask me a question about Raw, or what I thought about it?
Oh, that's easy, Nick. Jeff Hardy. He was 16. His first match was against Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy. That should be noted by like every wrestling fan. It's like wrestling folk.
He lied to get on the show.
Yeah. And he actually celebrated it after he got his head kicked in. He's like, by the way, I'm not legal age.
Well, he looked like a sweet little baby pickle.
I mean, it's the hair that I'll never forget. It's the like blonde like flick over hair that he used to have. I'm like, this would have been him in 2009 if he didn't have long hair. He would have had the blonde emo cut. Because he basically brought that to life. Because nobody had that at any point. But he was ahead of his time in some ways. But absolutely. But there's one other wrestler. Maybe someone can double check the name. But it was in ECW. Somebody that wrestled New Jack. And they lied about their age.
Uh-oh.
And they got they got battered.
It's mass transit.
Yeah. He got so badly bullied by New Jack, and then found out about his age. And obviously they tried to sue him for it as well. They were like, well, he lied.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really ugly. It's like notoriously called the mass transit incident. So
yeah.
Don't lie about your age, kids. There's no unless. Just don't lie. Don't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad things can happen. You can get murdered by New Jack.
Literally. Next question. When Kurt Angle drove the milk truck in 2001, what did the license plate say? Milk 316, Milkman, Milkomania, or Got Milk? Well, it wasn't Milkomania. It wasn't Milkomania because that was JR's line on commentary. So there's no way you could have done Milkomania like that.
Also gotta fit on a license plate, so that's a little long.
I haven't watched that segment in so long. Just trying to remember the top of my head. I think it was Got Milk. I don't think it was Milkman.
Could they have said Got Milk though? Because I don't know if it was the same over there, but here that was like a famous like milk campaign, was like Got Milk, and they all had like the mustache.
Yeah.
So I don't know if legally they could have said that, but who knows? 90s was the Wild West.
That is true. I think Glenn says put 23 on the fake ID. Everyone else says 22. I mean, for me, it's simple. If for me, I'm just ahead of my time. If I was born 50 years earlier, I would have had a theme song running for me straight away. I just need a pink Cadillac to go with it, but oh well.
The cheaper was black.
I know, but there's always a pink one to go with it too, because
Very
it's the
honky-tonk.
period.
Very
Oh, yeah.
honky-tonk.
Oh, here we go
Get
then.
DDP to drive you out?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then you could always have a little bit of rhythm and blues.
Mm-hmm. Poor thing did not want to dye his hair.
No,
Yeah, but that's it.
that's
Nothing
another
to
thing.
do with it. Oh, here it is. We have a Greg the Hammer. It's an actual hammer, but it's a
Oh, that's so cool. It's a bottle opener.
yeah, it's a bottle opener. It's a little hammer. It says Greg the Hammer. Valentine.
Not gonna lie, this might shock you. Greg Hammer Valentine is actually in my top. Do I want to say
No.
top 3, or would I put him a little bit lower? No, he is in my top 4 of all-time Intercontinental champions.
I can
Greg
see
the
that.
Hammer Valentine, so underrated. Greg
I was
the
gonna say
Hammer
maybe
loves to lose.
on an underrated list.
Oh yeah, that's a. But not like all right then. Number 1 for me is definitely Tajiri. Underrated wrestlers, number 1 will always be Tajiri for me. I don't think he gets enough flower or praise at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like people always say, like that phrase, "Oh, like Shawn Michaels could have a 5-star match with a broomstick." Tajiri could have a 5-star match with somebody in a wheelchair, and he would make them look like they're running sky high, like in a positive sense.
Nick,
No
that's your
comment.
call up. That's Nick's call up.
That's next class. That was good, Nikki. That like you said, that was off the rails. he's gonna come after you later.
That's fine. We've
I
said
know.
we've said a lot worse.
That's what I like about you two. That's the way he's doing your YouTube channel all the time. It's always like one little smart remark. It's just fire back and forth.
Honestly, our love language is just shitting on each other. So what
Completely
you
valid.
see us, like the bands, like that's 100% like living our gimmick. That's real life. That's how we just talk to each other off camera all day, every day.
I'm in.
Yeah, see, all
He
good.
said, see, it was Milkomania. See, I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that segment in a long time. That any Kurt Angle trivia I'd be fine with. That one I just can't remember. I just couldn't remember. I am booked for Friday. Nah, you've been released. We had to make roster cuts. We couldn't afford the roster. Yeah, we had to trim the roster down. Not enough creative for you.
There only can be one Nick. That reigns supreme.
Easy NVD. Nikki Van Dam.
Yeah.
He's another one actually that like in terms of all the the entertaining guests that you guys have you can get. I can generally see him being one for you guys at some point. That would be really interesting.
I'm trying to think if Nick has probably emailed everyone and their mom and their agent and their sister's brother's uncle. Like Nick has reached out to so many people, and then it's like, oh, you can't do Friday, or oh, they want to do this, or oh, like give me $1,000. It's like, no.
That's the only thing that puts me off getting certain people on. Is like because I actually have potentially like one guy who would actually come on the channel. I just need to email him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like skeptical about how much he would ask for, and that's Dutch Mantel.
Oh, that'd be fun. He's probably
Yeah.
story upon story.
Yeah, he's somebody I'd love to go on, but obviously there's 2 people in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Bar. He has I know obviously political reasons 100%, Nick. For me, it's purely the wrestling stories. That's the only thing I go for, but like I do agree to some extent. There are some people that are that. Here's a fun fact, Glenn. Because you mentioned Mick Foley. My cousin actually has met him twice. Signed the same book by him twice. The same message twice. And he is honestly a cuddly teddy bear.
I believe it.
He's so lovely. But if I can get on the channel, which would be a win. There's two people I really want to get on the channel more than anything. Number one, easily, is Bret Hart. Funnily enough, Nick puts in the chat.
That couldn't have been planned any better.
Yeah, I would love to get Bret on the channel. He's actually in Scotland in 14 days. He's in Glasgow in 2 weeks' time. I don't know if I don't think I'm going to get a chance to go there. But even though it's only 40 minutes on the train, but I don't know if I'll get the time off work for it, which is crap. So there's that one. And then, yeah, Nick, exactly. I would love to get Kurt Angle on this channel. And it's lucky that he follows me on Twitter, because I'm tempted just to send him a message, be like, just let me know how it works for you, and then we can sort it. If he says, "Oh, by the way, I'm pricey," I'll be like, "Well, just give me free tickets to freestyle wrestling."
All you can do is ask. And they say no, then they say no. Then you're no better off, but you don't know until you ask.
Because it's, funnily enough, one of the guests you actually had on recently, brilliant guests. These guys have had some amazing guests. I mean, like Brian Kendrick, Mike Chioda, Jamie Corderas, Karrion Kross, which you were absolutely buzzed about. We saw your driving face.
It was and it's just like trying so hard to fit in but it's like, I have a 9 to 5, and then our dog had surgery, and it was just like, and I was like, I'm going to have to do this from the car. And I was so pissed, but trying not to cheese so hard, because it was like, oh my God, like we're actually talking to him right now.
Absolutely.
And, like, just like giggling to himself. He's like, I'm not supposed to say this, but I am. Haha. And I was like, oh my God, you're so sweet. It was fun.
I absolutely love his honesty.
Yeah.
I've some of the stuff that he was talking about was really interesting. I've watched that video 3 times since.
Oh,
thank
you.
Really, dude. Like, it's really good. I'd like to see you guys. The only thing is, though, and you'll definitely agree, even for 20 minutes of these guys' time, it's still expensive. It's crazy. I mean, you had Brian on for what, an hour, close to an hour, wasn't it?
Was it that long? I thought usually we're usually half hour, and I feel like Kyoto was our longest one.
Kyoto was definitely the longest.
I feel like he would have kept talking, but I feel like we hit 8 o'clock, and it's like, all right, like we gotta. That
was good fun though, and I like the fact that you guys are like, if you want to have questions for this guy, just come on in and speak.
Yeah.
I'm like 5 minutes of your time, can I speak to Mike Kyoto? I'm like, Mike. So I'm like, Mike, just tell me all about the time that you got knocked out by Jimmy Hart's microphone.
That was a fun question, and he laughed about it too.
He did. I actually it was Mike Kyoto. He randomly appeared in the channel once in the live chat. He randomly appeared from Twitch, and I was like, "Do you want like?" Everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Do you want to come on?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Give me 5 minutes to get set up," and I never came on. I was like, "Well, that's awkward," but I was like, "Okay, cool. We might get Mike Kyoto," but obviously it didn't happen. Something else must have came up, which is fine. But I think the problem is though is, if you're getting them on, the one thing I'm not sure about is I can. Glenn, Jesus Christ! I wish I had your soundboard, Nikki, because there's definitely something I would play now.
Should Nick be like, it's sexual, baby? Huh?
I
love you.
I mean, Candice Michelle back in the day. I was 9 years old when she was in her heyday, so that's awkward. But I mean, not now. Not now. But mine was in a different promotion at the time. But Candice Michelle from the WWE side, yeah, 100%. That's a question. That would be interesting. I feel like you and yourselves and Cornette would go back and forth in the wildest ways.
That's a bucket list for Nick for sure. I'm the one that gets about everything, and then Nick makes me do it. Again, I don't. Nick can talk to a wall for 4 hours. Me, I'm the basement dweller. I'm not. This is new and different for me. But I'm like, let's just drink and at the bar and talk. And he's like, we're gonna do interviews, and these are your 2 questions, or I want you to ask 2 questions. Think of your questions. This is what we're doing. Like, don't make me do a thing. And then he makes me do it. I was like, oh, that's actually really fun. And he's like, I told you. So Nick makes me get out of my shell. So.
You just need to tell him that you're the boss, and if he's got a problem with that, then you've got 2 words for him.
So, podcast Nick's boss. Every real life Mama's boss. So I let him have the podcast.
That works. That works. Oh, okay. I mean, don't give her ideas. I'm not giving her ideas.
Ideas on what?
I'm just supply and demand. Chelsea is a brunette, yeah. Chelsea Green is a brunette. But the thing is, like,
every color hair.
yeah. But if in terms of like people in general, if people like, oh, do you have a preference? Yes, I would probably say like my echelon is probably brunette, but that's normal. But like for me, it's just I'm people over anything else. It's you could be bald, but as long as you're a good person, I don't care. Obviously, manner of speaking, if I'm bald, it's better because at least I can go, hey, Lex Luthor in the house. But like, yeah, like yes, I have a preference, but also I look more for what's underneath. But that is a reality. But in terms of like favorites, you got the wrong order, Glenn, 100%, and you got the top 3 wrong. Because I'm sorry, but Reese's favorite movie, G.I. Jane. What? You would never guess what my favorite movie is if I gave you 100 guesses. And that excludes the likes of Batman and Star Wars. You wouldn't guess what my favorite film is. Nick in all caps, the two of you.
That's a big saying in our house is the two of you. Because I'm usually yelling at him and the dog, and I yell the two of you.
Yeah. Empire is my favorite Star Wars movie, 100%, Glenn. If their specific genres didn't exist, Empire would be my favorite film of all time, 100%. But it's simply my second favorite film of all time. From all genres. I'm a man of good taste. Bellissimo. There's a surprise for you. The Notebook. I don't even know what the Notebook is. Sorry. I feel like I've upset Nikki now.
I've never seen it. It's like a girl movie. I've never seen it. That's not my genre at all.
What is your genre, Nikki?
I don't know. Like my top 2 favorite movies of all time. Number 1 is Royal Tenenbaums, Wes Anderson. Huge Wes Anderson fan.
Okay.
Love Wes Anderson. And my second favorite movie, sort of an indie, maybe a cult classic, is SLC Punk. I don't know if you've seen it.
All right, okay. Yeah.
That movie was life for a very, very long time. But those are my top 2 favorite.
Nice. Cult films are good to have. I mean, like, cult films that stand out to me that are enjoyable, like number 1, The Crow, like the Brandon Lee version. And then obviously for me, another cult classic that I absolutely enjoy is The Warriors. I've always liked that film. Like, the game's okay, but the film there's just something about it that, obviously the gruesome violence and the enjoyment of getting across Staten Island, but it's just the way that they're all done as individual characters, and you just can't get over that one line of the whole film. They're like, yeah, you can have an amazing dialogue, but it's warriors come out to play.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that one line makes a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hell yeah. Oh, the dog is here.
Or the dog just fell down the stairs.
Oh.
He's 11. He had surgery the other day. I feel like he's still not walking right.
And he's here to fall down to get your attention. What a cute.
Yeah, I know. Hi, honey. I know. Give me 2 seconds to say goodbye to our friends, and then I'll take you out.
he's like, come on, let's go. Yeah. But that's the best part of it, though. Best part about animals is the ways they can get your attention. But bless him. Hopefully he's not sore.
I think I don't know with him. He's just dope. He's the runt of the pack, and he's small for a boxer, and he's just kind of derpy.
Oh, a boxer, eh?
He's
Nice.
a boxer.
I love it. Derpy.
He's
Have you ever-
derpy.
Have you ever seen Dirt Batman?
I don't know, to be honest. Perhaps. I don't want to say, like, I want you to show and be like, oh, that thing. Or, like, I'd be like, yeah, I saw it and totally didn't.
This is this is Dirt Batman. If no one's ever seen this before,
Anyway. So if you made one eye a little smaller and one eye a little bigger, that's sort of our dog.
oh,
Now that he's getting older, his one eye is like kind of, we call it, Nick calls them googly eyes.
oh god,
From Boardwalk Empire, but he's like one small, one big, and he thinks he's still a lapdog, and he's not, and he just doesn't.
Jackson is the only director on our show.
This way, honestly, if you watch our show and you see me look at the corner of my eye this way or make a face, it's usually because the dog is doing something. So if you see me looking that way, it's the dog.
And action.
Because sometimes I feel bad, like I make a face and like someone else is talking, I'm like, sorry, it's just like the dog's being weird over there.
I like that. The final boss in our household is our cat Bailey, but Jackson is a close second. My cat is a pain in the neck. The only Bella I can tolerate.
I got Bailey when Bailey was NXT Women's Champion, so that's why Bailey is Bailey. And they got Jackson. I don't know, Sons of Anarchy. If you've never seen it, watch it. I love
Sons of Anarchy.
Love that show. I got him the day the last season premiered. So I named him Jackson after Jax Teller.
So here's the question then. Oh, this might be a challenge for you.
Oh no.
So I'm going to ask you one question.
Okay.
You like to ask about food. So I'm going to ask you a question about character deaths.
Okay.
So here's the question. You know the Matrix, right? You know the blue pill and the red pill?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to present you an opportunity, right?
Oh boy.
And I'm going to use it with some props.
Oh god, this is a good one to go out on. Okay.
So Gengar is your red pill.
Okay.
And Espeon is your blue pill.
Okay.
So red pill is you can stop Jax from killing himself.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But Sons of Anarchy only lasts 3 seasons.
Ugh.
Or you stop Opie from dying.
Stop your mouth!
But in the same episode, Jack's mum dies instead. What do you choose, red pill or blue pill? So red pill is Jack's death, but the show only runs 3 seasons. Or Opie survives, but Jack's mum dies in the same episode instead. It's just a random shock spin death. What do you choose?
Well, because oh god, when Opie died and him screaming, but you sort of needed Opie die for him to.
Yep.
But like, also you needed Gemma there to fuck shit up.
Exactly.
You need Gemma alive.
I know. It's a horrible one.
Yeah, but then if we pick, it only lasts whatever season. Then Then it doesn't matter because Opie would be alive because Opie's not season 3.
Nope. Further than that.
Oh god, is Gemma gonna get it?
You can also phone a friend.
No, Nick's never. I don't think Nick watched it. I don't know. What do your kids think? I don't because
Absolutely, guys in the chat. If you've ever watched Sons of Anarchy before,
and if you
what
haven't,
do you choose?
do yourself a favor.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, grow a set and watch it because it's good. Don't watch Mayans. Mayans sucks.
No, it's not good. I don't even think I got through the first season of that.
I didn't even get past the second episode. I will ask everyone, phone me.
No, I think we have to. Opie lives because we need. Because no.
So you're going with the blue pill.
I'm going blue pill, I guess, because I can't just end in 3 seasons.
Yeah, to be
fair. Oh, that was hard. That was so hard. I think that's the hardest question ever.
If it helps, I would have killed Gemma too.
I know, but she was there to like. Oh, but she was such a good like.
Kate Segal
Katie
really
Segal.
stood out. Give me that last Jack scene in season 3. Ooh. That's a possibility. You could get that. It was a really good scene though. It's just the fact all the cops are following him and it's literally just
And he just opens his arm.
such good balance though.
Yeah.
But like I say, you ask hard questions. I just gave you one that
That blew my mind. Because how dare you bring Opie into this? How dare you, sir?
but on a contrast level, you can see why I had to do it.
Yeah, no,
Because you can't.
You can't. We can't end that show in 3 seasons now. Because with that,
No.
no.
No, you can't. It needs to go at least 5. It was still brilliant. Still a brilliant show. What else could I? What could I ask?
One more, and then I got to take the dog upstairs. But this has been super fun to crash your guys. To crash.
It's been amazing. It has been. Okay, one last one.
One last.
All right then. I have one.
Okay.
This is filmed this time, but you're not replacing characters. You get to become one. You get to become one.
Okay.
But you unfortunately
Gonna die.
Yes, in the film.
Okay.
So this is you get 3 choices this time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So option number 1, you are T1. You are the first Terminator,
Okay.
and you obviously get crushed to death.
Yeah.
Number 2, you are Darth Vader,
Okay.
and you die at the hands of it. Well, you die obviously due to the malfunctions due to the Force lightning.
Okay.
Or number 3, I feel like this one might be. Yeah, here we go. Number 3, you have to replace Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, and you get impaled in the same spot with the glider. So it's either crushed to death, die by Force lightning, or impaled by a glider blade.
Do I get like their whole like life? Like, am I like Anakin, like making out with Natalie Portman, and like I have to do all that stuff?
You get the whole shebang. So Terminator, you can go back in time to kill someone. Darth Vader's whole life, where you get burnt the whole thing, then you get put in the suit, and then simply put, you have Willem Dafoe's life of Norman Osborn, where you go all psycho in the lab, and then death by Reece lightning.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No,
But what way to go? But then you get impaled.
That is a way to go. Because honestly, I would pick Darth Vader. I feel like that's more you become like a Jedi, you become like a badass, and then you like go, nuts over Natalie Portman, and then Force Ghost.
Exactly.
I'll come back as a ghost, guys. That's the way to go. Terminator.
Nick is absolutely torched in the chat. Damn, wish this was going another 20 minutes. A lot of leftover sushi upstairs. Oh.
He's not eating my sushi. That's it. I have to take the dog out, fight Nick for sushi.
Nick's like, oh God, no. Because he knows if you came back as a Force Ghost, you would absolutely haunt him.
I told him I would come back and haunt our kitchen cabinets and just keep opening them. And he can't reach them, so they'd just be open the whole time.
Nikki as a ghost. Straight away. The funny thing is I would differentiate the two. I would probably still do the same, purely because the whole idea of anyone that annoys me, I would love to just choke them to death with the Force.
Yeah,
just a quick conversation with Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, that's it, man.
Like how are you? Well, you're gonna make America great. Choke.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Every time John Cena talks, oh wait, no, you can't see him.
But I think that's a thing to test. Does the Force see invisible people?
Absolutely.
Well, then it doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Next, like they're just saying, I would probably just go outside though. She'd get annoyed by the sun easily enough.
I'm a pale people. I don't do sun. I don't do hot. I don't do sun.
We are victimized by the elements.
Yeah. Well, he like goes outside and turns like golden brown, and I turn into like a lobster, and then back to Casper. Like it's not a good look. So we just stay inside.
Maybe you're secretly ginger, because they suffer that too.
I'm not. I wasn't ginger, but there's definitely was a little red tinge to my natural color, and I dyed my hair. I've been a redhead for a little bit. I've been like every color. This is just like adult me hiding adult stuff.
This is the chill back Nikki hair color.
Yeah, this is a more mature wine drinker Nikki. Before I had like blue hair, pink hair, green hair, like I had it all.
Sophisticated.
Exactly.
And then you've got Nick wearing his hat.
Exactly.
She is Mario getting chased by the sun in the video game. Oh God.
That's me. I'm just fucking running. Like fuck you, son.
I can't get that. That's an image now.
You're welcome.
I can just hear the theme tune. She's more like a Caterpie running away from a Pidgeotto.
Ugh.
Truth
I
hurts.
want to be a more cooler Pokemon than that.
All right, okay. You're a Lapras being chased by a very angry Gyarados. That makes sense. That makes sense. Nick, when he claims people are getting buried, does become a Gyarados. Yeah. Actually, I'll let you go with this one because you'll laugh. You'll laugh at this part.
Oh boy.
Nick, since CM Punk got beat by a man and a woman at the same time, does that make CM Punk buried? Because LA Knight was not part of the decision? I will never understand his whole burial concept. It's brilliant.
Literally, we have a group chat. It's like Ed, the Johos, us, and Steven. And within it was like, Bronson's buried. Reed's buried. He's buried.
No,
I was like,
buried.
we're literally 30 minutes into this pay-per-view and he's already saying the B word. I was like, send Tito's. And this is this new obsession that everyone's getting buried.
The golden shovel is coming.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Well,
Everyone's getting buried.
I'll be there Friday to bury him in the correct phrase and explanation.
Cannot wait, sir. Cannot wait. But this has been so super fun. Thank you for letting me crash your video here. Live stream. That's the word I was looking for.
You guys are always welcome. Everybody is welcome on here. It's the concept.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you. And I'll see you on Friday, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Until then, I have to go home. I can't stay here. Goodbye.
There's always a positive when people come along. Good conversation, good laugh, and a low blow on the world title main event. I think we all kind of suspected some sort of interference. But I think the reality is what will follow. That is the question that we must keep an eye on. But ladies and gentlemen, we've gone 2 hours, 54 minutes, 30 seconds. We had a good period of time with Nikki, but half an hour. Brilliant. We had Nick tonight. If anyone else wants to come on the Weekly Steel Chair, drop a link in the chat. Roy Sheen said earlier on, we should get our predictions champion on at some point. Absolutely. Maria it'd be awesome. James, we're going to get back on at some point. You're all welcome. But me, on the other hand, I do need to go and get some rest because after all, my driving test is tomorrow. So, ladies, gentlemen, Steel Chair community, thank you very much. I will see you all tomorrow for the second episode of the Steel Chair Wrestling Alliance. We're going to head back to Steelcade. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate it, brother. But in the meantime, I'll see you all tomorrow. 9:07. See, he knows the score. I'll see you all tomorrow. And remember, if you do get a concussion, you're just going to come back here. Bye, guys. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get a concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.